And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on with it. Dallas Cowboys truth on culture times defense plus Micah Parsons and more. More and more. More and more. Come on, baby. Yo. Yo. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party, baby. Come on. Be here or be swear, baby. Come on. Notification swat all the way up, baby. Swat all the way up for your boy. Come on. Come on. Imitated but never duplicated, baby. The best in the land. Long to the nation, baby. Yeah. Come on.
All I ask.
5, 4, 3, 2, and give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. I'm seeing some peaks over here. Let me know if the audio is straight, baby. And 1. Come on. Come on. All right. Let's get it. One day we all adore something worth dying for. Come on, baby. Fame. All right, the audio is straight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. Come on. I like how this beat come in. All right. The rules. If you donate, we gonna give away this particular helmet. For those who donate, we will put your name into this thing called the raffle, and it will be live and lit. So I want somebody to win this. Come on, baby, to help support the nation. Come on. Come on. All right. Let go. And we'll be in Oxnard, baby, giving you guys the real, raw, and uncut information that rules the nation, baby. All right, appreciate everybody, man. I hope that all is well with you all. I hope that you guys got your coffee. We're going to get right to it. I'm going to try to be quicker this time around because I know the other day we was live for about 3 hours. 3 hours, and somebody like, hey, man, I don't have 3 hours, man. But for those who watched all 3 hours, put 3 in the chat, man. Put 3 in the chat, man. Cause
on paper, they're a better team.
Right. Yeah.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Yeah. 3 hours of quality content with no weak spots, man. I look back at some of my videos, and I be sitting there like, man, where do I get all of this energy from, man? They need to put me on the field or something, man. Hey, I give you guys the real, the raw, and the uncut information around here, and it deserves to get some type of appreciation from the nation, right? So appreciate y'all, man. Jay Business said he watched 3 hours. Galvin, come on with it, man. So that gives me a little love right there, man, because everybody got a podcast now. Everybody got a podcast. And Keyshawn Johnson. I like Keys. I like Keys the way he delivered his talking points. And this podcast is brought to you by Fox. So they see here's what they've been doing. If you notice all of the networks, man, they are peeling away from TV and they are jumping over here in these social content creation circles, right? And I don't blame them. That's how you get the real, raw, and uncut. You don't have to be regulated via the FCC airwaves and things like that. So now we're seeing more and more companies saying, okay, we will sponsor your podcast and we will split the revenue. You know, that's how it goes. I had someone reach out to me and say, well, we give you $350,000 for your YouTube channel. And I said, like, you know, I don't know about that. That's a lot of good money, but I'll rather just eat these beans and bologna. No way, no way.
Please come home. I got beans and
bologna. So all money ain't good money is what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? Because, you know, I don't want to build this all up to give it away. That's what I'm saying, you know, so the value of this, look, 10 to 15 years from now, who knows, man? You know, y'all should have said, man, Law should have took the 350. You know, no, well, you know, I want to be me, man. I want to be me. So not enough ain't that right, dog, you know, because a couple of years ago, that same company said, what about 110? You know, so now it's 350. So I'm going to just keep waiting. Just wait. Now, hold on. Now, hear me out. Now, if they say, okay, Law, you know, it'll be this price, then I say, all right, now we can negotiate. You know, we can do something, you know. Yeah. But 350 ain't enough, man. Come on. Y'all know.
please come home.
I got what?
I got beans and
Bologna. Because, see, I was part of an organization or a company. They say, hey, man, 3 hours, that's too long, man. Hey, you can't be live that long now, dog, you know. Yeah, but, hey, it's all good, man. Appreciate y'all. Now we get to this point of what we going to talk about. Love y'all, man. I know y'all love me, too, and I'm definitely in love with you all. But we're going to talk about Prize Picks first, you know, first and foremost. Salute to these guys. They are sponsoring this particular episode. Prize Picks. Dial into Prize Picks. Download Prize Pick. Use promo code LAW and $100 will be matched up to $100 on your first $100 deposit. Shout out to Prize Picks, man. Come on with it. Yeah, they didn't offer me $350,000 though, but shout out to Prize Picks though. But neither here nor there. I want to talk about keys.
Don't be giving me no bullshit. I don't talk about people's money and all that. Who should they pay first, man?
Woo! That's Keys right there, man. That's his podcast, man. And it go hard in the paint. We're going to go over what he said about these things. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's listen to what he had to say.
CD, I put probably Dak second. I'll put Zach. And then Micah got weight, man. You still young dog, man.
All right, so the nugget in this whole entire conversational piece, ladies and gentlemen, this nugget is, he said, who will you pay first? And you remember, he said no bull sugar, right? So he said that he would pay C. Dangerous Lamb first. Did you guys hear that? He also lamented the fact that then it would be Dak Prescott. He threw in this nugget that we haven't even been talking about because everyone always assumed that, hey, he's going to retire. But he threw in Zach Martin. Zach Martin, we could talk about that, hey, it's a time for him to hang it up. But how old was Andrew Whitworth before he retired, you know? Now, how far apart are those years of age? I think that Zach Martin can give you another 3 to maybe 5 years. You just got to motivate him to do such. Now, granted, people say, hey, man, once you start talking about retirements and things like that, then, you know, it's retirement is a real tangible thing. Zach Martin is a real young guy. He's not that long in the tooth, what most people think. And he haven't been a guy that been battered and bruised and had these crazy injuries. I get it. But I don't want to influence him to say, yeah, retirement is a good thing. You know, draft a CeeDee Lamb type of wide receiver or a young Zeke. This is Text Rob 83. Your name is entered into the drawing for this helmet right here. Appreciate you for your donation, your love and adulations. Yeah, action says never put a man's bread out there. Yeah. Riggs.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Yeah. So what I'm saying here is, it's easier, Tex Rob, to say, yeah, we can find another CD Lamb. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. We had the Tony Hills of the world. We had Drew Pearsons of the world. We had Bullet Bob Hayes. Phenomenal, all right? We had Michael Irvin, the playmaker, right? We had, let's see here, Terry Glenn, Joey Galloway for a cup of coffee. He never played well with us. Rocket Ishmael. We had Roy Williams. We had Antonio Bryant, the first one. We had not the good one, but we had he was good in Tampa Bay. But we had also, who else we had at wide receiver? Oh, Desmond Bryant, Terrence Williams. The list goes on and on. Did I leave out any other name of a wide receiver? Cole Beasley. We had we can just name the wide. Miles Austin. Miles was good. Miles was good until he met with one of those Kardashians. They took away his legs. I don't blame him, you know. Shoot, they'll wear out some legs, man. But neither here nor there. We had a lot of wide receivers that played with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. No wide receiver in the history of Cowboys history put up numbers like C. Dangerous Lamb last year. We had a Randall Cobbs, you know. Yeah. So we had all of those wide receivers. And last season, C.D. Lamb, on his first starts of his career, no wide receiver in the history. Can y'all believe that? Put up those kind of caliber of numbers. So we can all say, yeah, we can find another Lamb. We can find another Dez. We can find another Miles Austin. We can find another Joey Galloway, Roy Williams, and all of those boys. I left out Terrell Owens. And keep in mind, Terrell Owens, he was the age. How old was Terrell Owens when he first got here? I think he was 31, 32 when he first got here. He was an older Terrell Owens. And I saw a picture of him the other day. He's still running. 50. You know, shoot, Terrell Owens probably be your third wide receiver here. No bullshit, right? James Williams was funny. Shout out to you, Tricks, man. Your name is entered into winning this helmet, man. You know, it is. True story, you know. So what I'm saying is, don't spoil what you have by desiring the things that you don't, because at one point in time, the thing that you very much so have is something you dream for, long for, wanting, wishing, right? We wish for days like C.D. Lamb, right? And, of course, we had Amari Cooper, you know, who I need to have Cooper over here back in the silver and blue, but that's a whole nother conversation. Lopez, appreciate you, man. Video game controller dancing around. Woot, woot, appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, you know.
Like this motherfucker don't miss.
Come on with it. Thank you so much for your love and adulation. Adrian, you'll be entered into the drawings here, man. I appreciate it. Back to the story at hand. Let's we're going to listen to this interview. I can't play the entirety of the interview due to copyrights or what have you, but we will play majority of this, and we'll go over things, and I'm telling you guys, let's get it. Got to put some cover over it. Baby, appreciate everybody, man. Yeah. So, he's going to talk about these things, and I got to get this going for y'all. Let's go to the 12-minute mark. I got my clip notes over here. 12-minute mark. 12-minute. Here we go.
Hitting the legs the one time, and you see what that feels like when you get that sweet thigh bruise or whatever it's going to be. Are you going to catch it again? Then that's when them hands start going out and then putting them back. So, but I can go out there and I can miss a couple jumpers and hustle and play defense.
You talking about basketball right now?
Yeah. Regardless of You see what I'm saying? So it depends on, but I also got to put in the factor too. Like,
let the AI speak.
Lopez, $20.
Thank you so much, Lopez. Thank you so much. And cuts by Jones. Appreciate you. Your name is entered in to the drawings to win. Mr. Cowboy that's on the horse, you know. Let's go, baby.
Like, are we adding? Because I feel like when these conversations come up, you got to put in the perspective of too. Like, they're 6'7", 6'8". Are you knocking them down to what our average height is in the NFL? Like, or how do you want to go about the conversation? Like, so I just in that conversation, man. Like I said, I'm biased about it because I feel like there's definitely guys. Because I know, like in the NFL right now.
To talk about this, he's talking about playing basketball, which was his first love, is basketball, which explains his side-to-side line movement, his dexterity, and his vision, and etc. So, and his jumping capability. So he's just talking about basketball, but it's fit to get to the football sides of it.
I feel like Mo Alley Cox can get out there and play some good minutes in the NBA. Mo Alley Cox specifically. I feel like there's a couple other guys too that I feel like is real good. I mean, you just saying that I don't know about going out there and being like dominant or anything, but Jalen Ramsey, you just seeing him on the basketball court. He was effortlessly just dribbling and going and dunking and doing that. Like that's what they do. Like we live to jump high and run fast. That's what basketball is. Other than obviously tightening up the skills and the gift of making the shots over and over again. Like okay, that part of it, but. We can go out there and just run fast and jump high and make some noise.
No, I played a lot in the off season with all them dudes. We all get run. I ran with a lot of them in the off season at UCLA. I would get run with Hall of Fame All-Star dudes.
Come on,
I consider myself a pretty good damn athlete.
All right, now get to the football.
At the end of the day, it's all good. You can cop out and say, "Hey, man, but I promise you."
They wouldn't put the pads on. It's all good.
I promise you that they're not gonna do what me and Malik Hooker doing. 100%, they not. It's different.
It's funny because I remember.
All right, let me fast forward a little bit more.
At this time, I want to say Rashad Berry. I don't know what he does anymore. Gary on Conley.
Fast forward a little bit.
I don't know, man, because our part of PA, like we have guys that.
I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes, man. God dog, man. My clip notes was off. Charge it to my head, not my heart, y'all. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of everything. Let's get right here.
Because he really never, man, he like, when he was my DC, quiet as a church mouse, don't say nothing. Just kind of, approach it differently.
Yeah. And he comes in there because, we're like in these first couple phases, like OTAs and whatnot, we'll have meetings and he'll come in there and he'll talk at the beginning of the meeting. And then you won't see him again, but he'll come in the meeting room while you're in there and you're with your position coach or whatever just to check things out. He really won't say anything then. But on the field, you're going to get coached. He's going to talk to you on that field. Like whether you a safety, whether you're a linebacker, whatever the case may be, he's going to come down and he's going to coach you off. So I think that's what I love about him as well as, like I said, him and DQ are different. He's more like he going to give you a couple chances to mess up, but if you keep messing up, you can't get it right. I'm going to get somebody else in there. To whereas DQ was more player oriented to if something couldn't get done right or we kept messing up on something, he would just try to, I guess, level it down to make it easier for everybody to be able to still go out there and do what they was going to do, but it just wouldn't be what he was asking for in that moment,
Bull sugar. Now y'all get what he was saying, right? Basically, ladies and gentlemen, and those who listening, he's a player's coach. Oh man, you left your homework assignment? That's okay. Dog ate your homework? That's okay. What kind of dog was it? Right? There's two types of raising of students or kids or parenting. Those who do sympathy and those who do empathy. My grandfather, he lived in the land of empathy. I'll give you empathy. My mom, she was more of the, sympathy. No offense to the ladies. cut your hand and it's time to mow the yard. Oh, Mom, my hand is bleeding, it's cut. Oh, baby, let's wrap it and we'll cut it another day. It's hot outside anyway, right? She's showing sympathy. She's showing that she loves and she cares for me, right? There's no need to push. The grass going to be grass and the yard going to get cut eventually. Ah, Granddad! Oh man, I cut my head and my head hurt. Oh, my head hurt and my hand is bleeding.
Get your ass up there and contain the damn ball!
Let me look at that hand, son. Wrap that hand up, take you an Advil, and get out there and cut my goddamn yard. Empathy. He still cared about me. Wrap the hand. And if you got out there and cut it early, you won't have to worry about the heat.
Get your ass up there and contain the damn ball!
Do y'all get what I'm saying? Now, some people will say that's too harsh. Don't yell at my son. Don't yell at my grandbaby. Don't be yelling at my grandbaby like that. He don't have facial hair yet. Right? Dan Quinn, look, L says Dan Quinn wasn't him. Sighton, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support right here, man. You getting the helmet, man. You getting the helmet. Your name is entered into the drawing again. He says the NFL lost the Sunday ticket lawsuit, $4.2 billion. Hey, shout out to you. You the first one to mention that a couple of days ago. Maybe that could be the tip of the iceberg, right? But at the end of the day, Sighton, shoot, you got a long way to go from Amazon as well as Netflix. Hey, $4.2 billion, that's a lot of money to us. That's pissing in the wind to the NFL. They mad now. They mad. They super mad. But we'll see how things can rock and roll from there. But what I'm saying is Lance Bell says tough love. Yeah. Let's listen to what he had to say more about Dan Quinn versus Mike Zim.
I'm saying, so I think that's the difference for him. And I feel like even these past couple weeks of having this new system and going out there OTAs and doing everything we've been doing, like, you can tell the difference of, I would say, discipline that we're going to be this year. Like, it's like if you watched a lot of our games, like a lot of the big games we lost, I mean, yeah, there were plays made, but a lot of the times we were shooting ourselves in the foot, you know, jumping off sides and giving team another fresh set of first downs, or, you know,
I watch.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about if I watch. I watch every game, trust me. I watch them all. Every play. I can tell you everything that went on.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny. I'm actually glad that we're able to talk about it, because you know ball, and like a lot of people will get out there and, you know, they think because of a big run and somebody missed the tackle, the plays on somebody that missed the tackle, like, but they be forgetting that football is an 11-man game. So if one guy ain't in their gap correctly or holding their gap correctly, it makes everybody else look bad, you know, and that, you know, that's the part that I feel like we're nailing down on, and we're going to take a bigger step in this year as far as just discipline.
Woo! Don't that make y'all feel good, man? Don't y'all feel good? Discipline. Don't that make y'all feel good? Put D in the chat, man, if you can't spell discipline all the way out. Put D in the chat and pause if necessary. But I need to see D's in the chat, because we needed discipline in Dallas. I would say we need D in Dallas, but y'all get what I'm saying. Let me see some D's in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Discipline. Or discipline, spell it all the way out. Come on with it.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time. I know he got some hoe in him. They not like us. They not like us.
Come on with it, man. Come on with it. Woo! Speaking of that, I just got to give you guys this video from my girl, Mina Kimes, who was speaking of this earlier about this particular topic, not in general, but collectively speaking, right? And we're going to listen to her.
The reason why I've got the Cowboys 3 is, and maybe I'll regret this, I think Mike Zimmer is a really good defensive coach. The vibes are so bad around this team this offseason, defensively so. I think that kind of flew under the radar as a really good hire. People remember the end of the Vikings era, but like Mike Zimmer was fired because of the offense. I went back and looked. I was curious because I was remembered how good his defenses were and how interesting they were. And from 2014 through 2019, they were second in just about every metric: points per game, EPA per play, yards per play, etc. Look different from obviously how things have looked in Dallas in terms of all the cover one and dime they play, but I think that's kind of a good thing because I do think this is a unit that needs to evolve. For me, a lot of the reason why I've got the Cowboys 3 is, and maybe I'll regret this.
Shoot, girl, you ain't gonna regret this. Nah. You're not gonna regret this. Nah. You gonna love this, D. Oh, my bad. Discipline. You're gonna love it. Pause. My bad. Well, anti-pause because she a lady. So y'all get what I'm saying. Don't counsel me, y'all. But y'all get what I'm saying. She gonna love this defense over here. And it's already seeping through what the players are saying, you know. My bad, y'all. It's too early, man. She go. Let me get out of here.
Like, once we even nail that down and guys being able to be disciplined down the stretch or in the playoffs or even in, you know, special moments like 2-minute moments and stuff like that, like, I feel like we're going to be even a better defense. And hopefully, you know, I can't really speak on the offensive side because I haven't really been with the offensive. No, I'm saying, like, I haven't been with the offense.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Don't get that man in trouble.
No. But look, check this out, though. So
now pull a little closer, y'all. Come a little closer to the your screen here. Listen very carefully. Listen very careful to what is about to be exhibit and exude from the culture aspect, from my thoughts on how I feel and how Malik feels about this situation. Listen very closely of what he's about to say, ladies and gentlemen. Listen.
So you're a veteran now and whatnot. How you feeling? Be honest with me, though. And I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I really don't care. But I got to ask you this question. How you feel about Micah having a podcast during the season? How you feel about that?
Listen. That's all you needed to hear. That's all you needed to hear. That's all. We can shut the whole stream down right now.
Honestly, man, like, and this is me, like, I'm one of those guys, like, I'm not into that type of stuff. You know, some guys it works for, you know, like you see the Jason Kelce's and guys like that who are successful with the podcast as well as performing on the field and having success with it. So I don't have a problem with it. I feel like a lot of these guys, though, they just get on there sometimes and they start falling into the part of, you know, just saying stuff that, you know, for the clicks and, you know, having people to come view and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't have no problem with it. My thing would be, though, for Micah, my advice would be for Micah would be, you know, just make sure we're all right, you know, where and being where your feet are. Because if we're at work and, you know, the run game's terrible, but you're doing a podcast week and, you know, the run game is terrible, then, you know, what are you really caring about? Are you caring about the crowd that, you know, is watching your podcast? Are you caring about the success of our team and the Super Bowl that we're trying to reach?
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Shout out to you, Smoke one for you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. And thank you for sharing that information over there on the Twitter and the X app. He says, Law is a New Day player. Hooker gave some nuggets. And I hope, and here's the thing, Hooker can speak freely now. It's nobody that's going to be like, hey, you talking about the golden child. Hooker, free man. Mike Zim is going to look at this like, all right, cool. And he specifically said, run. What was our issues last year on defense? What was our issue last year on defense? I need to know. I got to know. I want to know. What was our issue? Eastside Harold, what was our issue on defense last year?
He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan here.
Eastside, what was our issue on defense? Since he in here, you get a participation. God dog, boy, stopping the run, right? Chris says stopping the run. Steven says stopping the run. Now, he talked about alignments and assignments and those things that, hey, if you sitting back here talking on your pod and we sitting here getting roasted, we getting blown out the doors, we getting blown away from the run. Don't let that hinder you and give perception. We live in a society now that perception is reality. To a degree. Sean D says, play that clip again. I got you, man. I got you. Let me see if I can. About right there.
One guy ain't in their gap correctly or holding their gap correctly. We lost. I mean, yeah, there were plays made, but a lot of the times we were shooting ourselves in the foot, jumping off sides and giving team another fresh set of first downs or,
I watched every game. You ain't talking about if I watched. I watched every game, trust me. I watched them all. Every play. I can tell you everything that went on.
Yeah, and it's funny. I'm actually glad that we're able to talk about it because ball, and like a lot of people get out there and they think because of a big run and somebody missed the tackle, the plays on somebody that misses the tackle, but they be forgetting that football is 11-man game. So if one guy ain't in their gap correctly or holding their gap correctly, it makes everybody else look bad. And that's the part that I feel like we're nailing down on, and we're going to take a bigger step in this year as far as just discipline. Like once we even nail that down and guys being able to be disciplined down the stretch or in the playoffs or even in, special moments like 2-minute moments and stuff like that, I feel like we're going to be even a better defense. And hopefully, I can't really speak on the offensive side because I haven't really been with the offensive side. No, I'm saying I haven't been with the offensive side.
I rewind too far back. I rewind too far back, but it's still good. Y'all listen.
Check this out, though. So you're a veteran now and whatnot. How you feel? And be honest with me, though. And I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I really don't care. But I got to ask you this question. How you feel about Micah having a podcast during the season? How you feel about that?
Honestly, man, and this is me, I'm one of those guys, I'm not into that type of stuff. Some guys it works for, you see the Jason Kelce's and guys like that who are successful with the podcast as well as performing on the field and having success with it. So I don't have a problem with it. I feel like a lot of these guys, though, they just get on there sometimes and they start falling into the part of, just saying stuff that, for the clicks and, having people to come view and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't have no problem with it. My thing would be, though, for Micah, my advice would be for Micah would be, just make sure we're all right, where we're and being where your feet are. Because if we're at work and, the run game's terrible, but you're doing a podcast every week and, the run game is terrible, then, what are you really caring about? Are you caring about the crowd that is watching your podcast? Are you caring about the success of our team and the Super Bowl that we're trying to reach? See what I'm saying? So, I mean, but also, a lot of people got to remember, Mike is young. He's still trying to find his way. He's still trying to grow into who he's trying to be. So, I give him grace, honestly.
That boy said he give him grace. And mercy, right? So he using the younger angle, right? I'm quite sure that now he can pull him to the side and say, because this is Parsons, because he said this in the beginning of the interview, y'all. This is what he said in the beginning. In the beginning, you know, just bear with me. This is what he said in the beginning of the entirety of the interview. So y'all bear with me while I pull this up all the way, because this is for context. This is what he said in the beginning.
Don't be giving me no bullshit. I don't talk about people's money and all that. Who should they pay first, man?
CD. I put probably Dak second. I'll put Zach, and then Micah got weight, man. You still young dog, man.
So he said that in the beginning. What year this is for Micah Parsons? Y'all put that in the chat. What year this is for Micah Parsons? Fourth year, Fresh King 36. And shout out to you, Smoke1 He says, Law, all facts. Wanye said the same thing, and your name is also entered in again for to win this helmet. Come on with it. The more you enter, the more you get a chance. And shout out to you, Jonathan Hall, for the Cash App. Your name is entered in, and thank you for your support, your love, and adulations. So this is year 4. This is year 4 for Parsons. You're a veteran now, bro. And what Malik Hooker can do this season opposed to what he couldn't do last year and the year before that. Hey, let me holler at you, player. Let me holler at you. I like what you're doing with the podcast. I like what you're doing on the field. But this week, we finna play against the 49ers, man. We don't need no bulletin board material. And on top of that, hey, we need to get locked in, bro. We need to hold everything of the engagement. Follow my league. I've been in here for a minute, bro. This world will chew you up and spit you out. One day you the hero, the next day you the zero. I want you to get your bag, but you got to sit in line now. You know this. Hey, I'm telling you from love, bro. And one of the things that I can tell you for real, normally leaders of teams come from the safety room, linebacker. Those are the 2 rooms that leaders, they be the green dot guys. They see the entirety of the field. And if Malik Hooker is going to showcase his value and his worth as it relates to being one of the veteran leaders of this team, he's going to have to be upright and telling this kid, hey, I gave you grace. Year 2. Year 3, I gave you grace. But damn it, this is year 4, bro. Yeah, on paper, and everything else, you better than me at this point. But let's not get it twisted. I need for you to be locked in this particular category. Brandy says, justice for CD, pay the man. Brandy, your name is entered into the drawing as well. Love you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Let's listen to more what he have to say. In the beginning.
I always hear people say stuff that he done said on the podcast or something silly he done said. But people gotta remember, like, Micah's still a big kid. And, you know, you can't fault a big kid for, you know, trying to expand as well as experiencing still stuff that they ain't really been through. Because Micah only been in the league 4 years. Like, they're still experiencing stuff that he been through. He ain't never been through real adversity yet in the league. Like, he ain't seen that yet, you know. So I feel like over time and over these next couple years of experience and adversity, it's like you'll see him start to change in how he approaches stuff like that, like the podcast and stuff like that. But like I said, it don't bother me, my guy. I honestly, like I said, I'm one of those guys, man.
In the beginning, yeah,
come on now.
Listen properly.
In
the beginning.
That word messed him up.
In the beginning.
Watch how you do this.
In the beginning. In the beginning.
Listen properly.
In the beginning. Yeah. In the
Listen properly.
in the beginning.
Hey, that word messed him up, man. Hey, listen properly. In the beginning, we accepted all of that stuff from Parsons, but now it's 4th season right now, man. Shoot, get that going, baby. Come on now. Yeah. Well, yeah, Parsons. Come on, we gotta.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
We gotta keep it moving now, man. It was fun. It was cute and cuddly and all of that stuff. You know. Yeah, it's like potty training, you know. Hey, when you turn 4, come on, you can't be still in diapers now. Come on now. No. Some of y'all potty train at 2. Some at 3. But when it's 4, it was cute and everything, you know. Oh, she made a potty. Oh my goodness. Oh, he made a potty. Oh, but hey, I ain't finna be changing no more diapers around here. Ain't that right, y'all? Bieber. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So somebody gonna, hey, we ain't changing no more diapers, bro. Year 4. It's all about when we play the 49ers. Somebody need to tap the shoulder and say, hey, this game is serious. Week 1, that game is serious. Week 3, Lamar Jackson and company in the house. That game is serious. Can't be playing around, baby. That's just what it is. We can't be pillow talking. We can't be hugging and butt slapping and all of that stuff for the opposing team. We can't be jersey swapping. No, none of that stuff. No, we can't be helping up the opposition. No, he the ops.
Focus on my play. You know, if I feel like it's affecting my play and our play as a defense or as a team, then I'll have something to say. But I really don't pay that much attention to it. I don't know, honestly. And even like, because what is it, on Twitter or whatever he has?
It's on social media or whatever, I guess.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's on Twitter or whatever the case. I
think that stuff everywhere.
Back then, because I don't got a Twitter now. I lost my Twitter. But I think it was on Twitter. I was seeing it more so back then that it was popping up on there. But, it just depends, man. You know, people's going to have something to say about it, good or bad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. 100%. You definitely, it's always an issue.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like I said, it's also about how he approaches it. Like, I feel like just certain stuff, like there's just character and, and value that with certain stuff you just shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get backlash behind saying this.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying he does or he doesn't. I don't know. I don't watch his podcast. But if he does, if he is doing it, he knows he's saying stuff that, he's getting backlash for, or they're saying bad things about, man, you should really look at what they're saying. Like, you gotta be real with yourself. Are you saying stuff just for clicks? Are you saying the truth? Are you saying stuff that is really happening in the office or at work? Or are you just saying stuff because you want to feel like ball or you want to, the crowd to come watch? I don't know.
Malik think he's slick, boy. Shoot, you went to Ohio State, man. You can't get in there with a low GPA. That dude's smart, man. Look, man, I ain't trying to cause no war over here. He know what he's doing. Come on, man. Smoke 140 says, I believe we have a better, younger, and hungry players on this team now. Just dog ballers, man. I'm so ready for this season to shut folks up. Yeah, I'm ready too, bro. This year, I look at it and I can tell y'all that this season with old boy in there.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go.
That's what I'm crunk about. I'm team defense anyway. I think I have a belief system that defense win championships. as much as people talk about the big three, it's a shame, and I'm talking about the 90s. It's a shame that nobody talks glowingly of the defense, man. Jim Jeffcoat don't get no shame. Don't get no fame around here. Charles Haley, Woodson. Man, we were the number 1, number 2 defenses, man. To the point that Jimmy used that as a specialized weapon and said, oh, none of y'all made the Pro Bowl? Let's make them pay. Let's make them pay. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be off. It's been many a moon since the 90s. But we had the number 1 defense. Ain't nobody made the Pro Bowl. So you got to use that, man, as a weapon. You got to get back to defense, man. What really helped the Chiefs out last season in that Super Bowl? Defense. Chris Jones and all of those boys. The damn DB. The 49ers was on the 9-yard line. 9 yards away from winning the Super Bowl. Defense stood tall. And the right smoke one for you. So, yeah, I'm ready for this defense. Yeah. Don't have me to play Mina again. This season needs to be dedicated on pride. Is this still Pride Month? Yeah, but let's put that in the chat next week, man. Come on, man. Fresh King, I feel you, though. Yeah, we need to be dedicated on pride. Yeah. Appreciate you, Fresh. Yeah, your name is also entered in there multiple times, you know. And shout out to everybody, man. So Leon led all of those boys. Yeah. Let's listen to what he had to say.
So go ahead, Keyshawn.
I was just going to say, so I'm kind of like a betting guy, and the Eagles are the favorites to win the NFC East. Do you have anything to say about that?
Man, listen, I don't know, man. Like, they can say what they want, but if you look at if you check the scoreboard for the last, I've been here since 2020. Since I've been here, I know the first year we got here, we swept them. We swept them the whole year.
Get him, Malik.
0-2, we whooped them every time. The second year, I think we went 1-1, I think, and then last year we split 1-1 too. So it's like, I mean, I don't know who keeps putting these favorites out, but I mean, we showing up every time they put the favorites.
They went to the Super Bowl though. Malik, stop.
Fight back, Malik. Fight back.
My thing be with that, because people will say that like they made it far in the playoffs. Like, okay, well, at the end of the day, they still came up the same way we did.
Yeah. Malik Hooker, my favorite Cowboy fan. I mean, player now. Come on, man. He's the first guy to ever fight back, man. Everybody else bend over, you know. There you go, man. Put 2-8 in the chat. He wears 2-8. Put 2-8 in the chat, man. Yeah. See, here's the thing, though. So many people want to use the fact that they made it further, so we should fold, we should bend the knee and all of this stuff, you know. And here it is right here. Let me pull this over to this right here. You know, of course, nothing is greater than to see Keyshawn Johnson using his likeness, his fame, his credibility to also marry that up with bringing his son on his podcast. That's a marvelous thing, right? And yesterday, there was a situation and scenario that LeBron James and his son will now be on the same team. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. And some people say it's a shame. But there's nothing greater than having the utmost respect and the ultimate belief in your offspring to say, hey, I want this person to succeed, and I know what I can pull out of them. Everyone else would say, hey, you are not qualified, or he's not qualified. But dog it, if I'm LeBron James and or if I make it to the biggest of the brightest stage and there's a little law somewhere, shoot, let little law get in there. Nepotism, all of that stuff, right? I get it. Smoke 140 says, that's one I wanted you to hear. That's why I wanted you to hear it. That ain't D-Law. Yeah, ooh. But to this point right here, and I appreciate you so much, Smoke. Thank you for your $2 super chat. I thank you so much for helping me out with the Oxnard Fund. So out of joking, I'm just joking, right? So my guy George, he says, y'all miss LeBron, y'all miss me with the LeBron/Bronny talk. Nepotism in sports. Let's start a thread, right? And they got Jerry Jones, they got Stephen Jones, they got Charlotte Jones, Jerry Jones Jr., right? And they got a whole other threads of a whole bunch of people with all of this nepotism, right? Y'all see all of the people that they be looking out for each other, right? And that's cool. That's cool. Right? So I thought as a joke, I'll say, well, hell, Cowboys, Dak Prescott and his kids, right? This is also nepotism in sports. I'm just being comical law like I always do, baby. You know, and I thought it was very fun. I thought it was very much so fun, right? And that's just what it is, right? He owns the NFC. Those are his babies. But there's always, in this post, I didn't tag no Eagle fan. I didn't reach out to an Eagle fan, said I needed help with an Eagle fan. I'm just putting out these particular things that Dak Prescott, yeah, he played with his kids too, you know. And then there's always a Eagle fan that says, Dak Prescott cologne for those nights when you don't want to score, right? He's a foremost an Eagles fan, right? So here I am. I said, okay, so this is what I put down. Let me know if I lied to anyone. It's amazing that Eagle fans can only talk about other teams' success against Dak Prescott because clearly you all don't have the solution to stop him, nor the cologne, right? It's just me being humorous, you know. And then I get, a thread that's underneath this. And then I get people like Michael ABA that states this. With all due respect, which is literally disrespect to the nation, you need to get a drug test immediately. The fact that you are even defending Dak is crazy. That's a new low for Cowboy fans. What the F we supposed to say? We supposed to bow down to the Eagles because we don't do things in the postseason? They haven't beat us in the postseason, and technically, they don't beat us in the regular season. According to this information, that Dak Prescott is literally, he done threw for 3,402 yards. He had 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions in 13 games. He won 13 games. He passer rating is 106. So I supposed to bend a knee because the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl and absolutely they won one in 2017. So as a fan of this particular team, I supposed to allow this dude to spit upon us and not defend? That's crazy, And this is what I said, opposed to allowing other teams' fans to tear him down. Come on, fam. Don't be a weak fan. However, you are who you are, and I don't even have to read his response from there. But at the end of the day, you can't say that you're a Cowboy fan, right? And you support this team. But when someone else throw rocks, and because of what our performance was in the postseason, we supposed to just take the rocks? I get it if it's a situation where people talking about postseason success or people talking about lack of Super Bowl, if that was the origin of the topic. But the topic was what the Eagles do versus us. And here's another thing. Let's listen.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. ELGS, Eagles.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
hey, that guy know who's the real champs and everything. Come on with it.
Yeah, but come on now. You want to get to that Super Bowl, man. Stop that, man. This us you talking to.
You want to win that Super Bowl, though.
You definitely want to get there, but do you want to get there and just get there, or do you want to get there?
Man, you want to get there. Yeah, but here's what I would say. They got there with a better chance to win than y'all, because y'all couldn't even get there. You didn't even have a chance to win.
Be right. I definitely agree with you. And that'd be the reason why when people get to going, because first off, I get a lot of rap just because I'm from PA, about the stuff. So I can't say nothing about it. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not one of those guys that's ego haters. Like I'm from PA. I can't be that. Right. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be honest. Like they was just more the disciplined team these last couple years when it came down to crucial moments. Like whether it be certain plays Malik. Guys made, like guys step up and make the plays when they're supposed to. Like their dogs step up and make plays when they're supposed to. I feel like in a lot of games, and I'm not singling nobody out, but myself included, like when it comes down to when we're in them 2-minute drives, like when we played them, I want to say last year, we played them at Philly, and we needed to play from the defense, and we folded. Like
you can't have your quarterback stepping out of bounds at the end either.
Oh, see, listen, I can't control that.
You don't respond there. Let me take the heat on that one. All I'm saying is, you gotta somehow figure out how to get it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta figure out how to do it that way.
Yeah, honestly, like that, I feel like that's the next step for us as a team too. Like our leaders, because we pretty much know who our leaders is of the team, right? Like whether they be vocally out there, because there's guys, that's vocal guys, and there's guys who's not. Like they held me to the standard of I'm the leader of the defense too, one of the guys, and I'm not really a vocal guy unless I have to be. Like I'm more of I'm gonna show you how I do it. Like I go out here and I work, but it's like when guys like me, guys like D-Law, we get taking them crunch moments and we need to play and we need to stop. It's more so we need to demand it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes guys, we'll go out there and we'll make a play. But it can't just be the same person. Like we got a lot of dogs on our defense. Like a lot of guys that got high talent and stuff like that. And when it comes down to those moments, like I said, guys just gotta dig within themselves, and we just gotta find that way to make that play. And I feel like that's what we're feeling at right now. Like I feel like we're undisciplined in those moments. I feel like when we need our guys to step up, myself included, in those big moments, we be there, but we don't be those guys that like we know we're gonna make a play. Like when back in your day. You see guys like.
Man, will you stop? First of all,
don't cut him off, Keys. Accountability is what I heard in his decorum. He didn't say, "Well, D-Law ain't making plays. Everybody else ain't making plays." He put himself on the cross. He put himself in the mix. I need to step up. I need to be more vocal. I need to make plays, and we need to see other people make plays too. Culturally speaking, we need to be more disciplined. Man, he's speaking to all souls over here, baby. If you don't like what he's saying, man, just go back and watch last season. He didn't put nobody in front of the bus or under the bus. And when it was time to talk about offense, he said, hey, I don't even deal with that department. With Dak Prescott stepping out of bounds and stuff like that. Look, I don't have to deal with that department. I'm talking about the things that I'm in control of. The defensive side of the coin. Oh, my goodness, man. Law, rewind. He talking about Parsons not a one-man show. Listen back. He's saying they all need to make it, not just one person. Hello. Hey, I love it.
Go, man! Let's go!
I'm gonna have to rewind, but let's play this out.
You
Appreciate it for your support.
About back in my day, like I'm fucking 1,000 years old or something. You gotta stop that. I wear the same. You probably wearing shoulder pads that I wore in that damn locker room. What's the hell wrong with you?
I say that because
Keys, you're old, Keys.
Football wise, like on the football field, y'all's era and our era is totally different. Like that's why I gotta say back.
It's the same thing.
Oh man, y'all was a lot more rigged back then, man.
No. Yeah, we were more rigged, but it's the same damn plays. It's the same thing. You being coached by some of the same people. It's the same thing.
Y'all's just style of ball was way different than ours, so that's why
I was coached by Zim. Zim was my DC. You got Zim as a DC. Same thing.
Yeah, but y'all was able to get y'all's head knocked off and not get fined for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
get him, Malik.
Like that, like back y'all, I'm separated from like the aspect of how it was played, the hard hit, the stuff. Like our stuff now, like it's cool, but it's like a lot of this, man. We might as well play flag football.
It's crazy. They be fining like crazy.
Yeah, but you're not out on the field. You're not out on the field. First of all, the adjustment has already been made in your game. You came into the league in 2017. So it's not like you haven't been used to flag football. You used to flag football. That's why the dudes that's used to flag football probably couldn't play aggressively when we was playing the same, because it's just not, receivers that play, I have a conversation with receivers all day long. Even my son play receiver. I tell him all day long, man, y'all couldn't play with us. Stop that shit, man.
That's what he's saying.
You would have been scared to catch a slant knowing that Malik Hooker is buzzing down and the corner is forcing you to the inside while the linebacker is running to the flat.
That's Keys. Keys. That's what he's saying. Damn, Keys. Context, man. Clues. Come on, man. That's what Malik is saying, man. Like, he got to make a hesitation. When someone is catching the ball in the middle of the field, he got to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to take this $10,000 to maybe $20,000 fine, or I'm going to make this play. That's what Malik Hooker is saying. Like, he had to adjust. He had to adjust in this league. But back in when Keys were playing with Rondé Barber and all of those boys, sure, it was no question. You're going to have to pay the price to catch that ball across the middle. Right? Back in the days when I think Keys was right around the time when Sean Taylor was playing, one of the greatest safeties out there. And Sean Taylor, he wouldn't even let you do that at the Pro Bowl. Right? So, come on, man. So, could this defense be more ferocious if they take that rule away? Yeah. I mean, come on, let's be real. Malik Hooker was scouted as, and I'm not saying that he is, but he was scouted as an Ed Reed type of guy. Go look it up. Now, injuries played a very pivotal role in Malik Hooker's career. But Malik Hooker, I want y'all to go back and look at some of his tape before he made it to the league. Remember Sports Illustrated, the hardest hit edition? Yeah, man, Fran, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. Your name is entered into the drawing. Now, if y'all stay in Guam or if y'all in overseas, now we may have to give you something else. But if you in these United States, yeah. Well, we're going to ship this helmet out to y'all. Come on with it.
Trying to catch that ball.
And even like how the linebackers played back then. Like if you as a receiver back then, if you was running an under route, you had to watch them knock you off your feet.
This crazy though, and I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about some of the staff. So my rookie year, Malik, I caught a hitch. I catch a hitch.
Yeah.
And in college, I could turn around, face you up, and I'm gone. I'm just going. I'm gonna put the foot in the ground, out of here. Because in college, everybody watching you. They looking at Keyshawn, they going, ooh, this motherfucker good. Let's watch it. The defensive players, they're not chasing you. Man, we played against LeVon Kirkland. I caught a slant and hit. I went to the outside, and they forced me back inside with him scraping, cracked my sternum.
Jeez.
That was 270-pound middle linebacker with full force. I never made that mistake again. Never made
on
it
a hitch.
Because it's it was totally different.
Yeah, so like even that part of it, like that's why you think a lot of these receivers now they're doing all that back juking all the way back crossfield and stuff now because they know if they hit the wrong way, it's going to be a 50-yard penalty and they get the first down regardless. Like, they capable of doing that now. So that's why I like separating the areas because, man, I got high regards for how y'all played back then. Like the linebackers, man, being able to do that, hitting them and nudging them when they're running the under routes and stuff like that. Like that makes a difference. Like that cuts off a lot of the route tree just off of somebody doing that. Like you have to look and you'll be like, I'm not gonna run that route. Like so, I feel like that's the difference. I feel like that's the difference. Like a lot, but what the way they're putting the game now, like they're opening up so much more because it's like the defensive guys. We can only do so much on defense. Like if a guy, if a quarterback throws you a slant to the ground and I'm going to pick it and I accidentally hit you in the head or something like that, it's a flag. But that's not my fault. Your quarterback shouldn't have threw the ball like that. Or whatever the case may be, like that's your fault. So I feel like that's why I like kind of separating stuff because I liked how it was back then. Because I know if it was like that now, like the way our defense is set up, how it's running and hitting and stuff like that, like we'll be even a little bit more dominant.
So
that's what I said earlier. Look.
You looked at the Dallas Cowboys when you first decided, okay, I'm gonna come over to Dallas. Did you think it was gonna be this? I don't know, this exciting, historical.
Yeah, Jay Business. He says only 120 likes, 220 people. Like it's literally a Friday. Normally I'm not live around this time, and the numbers are really low. But I appreciate y'all so much, man, for y'all support. Hey, Jay Business, let me know how long I've been live too. So let me know, bro. And we can wrap it up and get on up out of here, man. But y'all got to keep the engagement up, man. Hit the like, share this content if you guys are enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, leave. Go someone else's page. But if you are enjoying the moment, hit the like. Sharing is caring, and I really appreciate it, even during this off season.
Franchise, or did you look at it like Dalton Schultz said, like a zoo? Because Dalton Schultz called it a zoo last year. All the chaotic stuff that goes on with the owner and Jerry Jones, and now you got Coach McCarthy talking about he's getting sick and tired of Jerry running his mouth. Did you look at did you say, oh man, I'm getting ready to go into a mess?
Nah, man,